Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Learn Dota 2 Spring League. I'm Pythian here with a very good friend of mine. I think he goes by the name of Moonquake. And we're going to be casting this match between MMR Giveaway and Gank you very much. So how you doing today, Moon?
Hi. I'm good. I just have to fix the sound from Dota because I hear you also in Dota. It's like an echo.
Yeah,
Just one
so
moment.
what you want to do is you want to go into settings and then audio, and there's an option that says mute co-broadcasters.
10 seconds remaining.
Ah, I found it. Okay, thank you. Now it's perfect.
5 seconds
Of course.
remaining.
So first pick here from Gank you very much. It is going to be a Razor,
Reserve
so...
time.
Interesting first pick, not something you generally see. I think there are a couple things that can do well against a Razor early.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect a Razor first pick. It's strange, but I looked over one of their games and I think they played Razor offlane,
10 seconds.
Did they
something
really?
like that. Yeah.
And did they pair it with anything?
5 seconds remaining.
No, I think it was alone, but I'm not sure. From what I know, either teams played like 2 games or 3, and they both just won 1 game from all the series.
That's
So
interesting.
it should be an equilibrated game.
It should be a good matchup here.
Yeah, but we'll see.
So
I don't know.
what team are you on, and how's it doing?
I'm on various aspects. I think you casted our game last week.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the Slardar that missed a lot of crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a hard game. We are doing okay. We have 5 victories and 1 loss. So we are gonna play tomorrow. Do you have a team in the league?
No. I would consider myself a bit too high for it.
Ah, okay.
5 seconds.
I like the Venge pick. I mean, I also draft for my team and I always like Venge.
Reserve time.
It has everything. It has the minus armor, the stuns, the saves.
Yeah, I'm not sure about Vengeful Spirit against Razor, but if you're using it against other heroes on the team, then I think it's pretty good. But Venge doesn't really seem too great against Razor.
And I don't know what they are gonna run Abaddon as support or as they could also offlane him.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be an offlane Abaddon. Probably paired with something
Dire
else.
team ban.
Lion. I don't know why they banned Slark. They are afraid of him. Maybe.
Well, Sark is a hero that can do rather well, and maybe there's an experienced player on Genki very much, because Slark, rather, is one of those heroes that can just really run over your team if you let him go a little bit too much.
Yeah, that's true if they have a great player, but there are so many ways of coping with him. I don't think it's a must ban. I'm expecting like Alchemist to be picked or banned because he's really good now with the changes brought to the armlet.
Radiant team ban.
Yeah, Alchemist's still pretty strong. And it's also pretty easy to farm up on Alchemist and really do well in lanes where teams aren't as coordinated in trying to shut him down, especially in the mid lane, is what I'm thinking
10
about.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, and for us being in the lower league,
Seconds remaining.
like you rarely see a dual mid, like somebody helping the other mid, so Al can't farm so much. So probably would be 1 versus 1, so you could get easily ahead and snowball from there.
Yeah, I mean,
Ba-
basically, Alchemist just goes until he gets to level 6, and then it's pretty hard to shut him down pretty much any time he gets his ultimate off, which, if you're going to gank him, is pretty much every time.
They banned Bane.
Dire team ban.
Spectre is a good ban. Spectre is still really good.
So you're all about those carries then? That's really what you try to focus your drafts around?
My team's draft.
Yeah.
It depends. Last game when you casted, our carry was missing. He's a really good guy. He's a really good carry. And then I had to play first game, and second game
Reserve time.
we changed, and another guy played carry, and it worked better. But usually, yeah, my team is like 4 protect 1, our style. And our carry is really farming a lot. Now we are trying some new stuff, but I'm not gonna tell you what.
Yeah, I won't ask you for your pocket strats or anything.
Don't worry. We are here just to learn. It's our first tournament. It's our first time we play as a team. But it's really nice to play like in something organized.
So there was a Wraith King banned out by Gank very much. I mean, that hero has gotten a little bit stronger with the addition of the Echo Saber, and I think it might have been a little bit too early to pick him, especially with the Lion on Genki very much already. I mean, that's a hero that's pretty good at dealing with the Wraith King, especially with the mana, I mean, needed for the reincarnation. So it's a little bit interesting that they banned him out, even though they already have someone that does really well with playing against the Wraith King.
Yeah, and Quap, it's a good pick against the Razor, because if he links, you just blink away and you cut the link. Interrupt, how do you say exactly? Sorry for my English if it's not the best. I'm not a native English speaker.
No, that's okay.
You're from...
I one time had a Mongolian, sorry, in the stream, and he was really interesting. I think you have English much better than him.
I'm studying like for 5 years in English, so
you probably speak it better than most Americans.
I don't know. I mean, my studies are in English, but I'm not studying English, the language. Juggernaut. It may be okay.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they MMR giveaway already have a couple of things that can go through Juggernaut, most of Juggernaut stuff. So like they have the swap which goes through the spin, and then the Queen of Pain ultimate also does pure damage. So that would do a lot of damage to Juggernaut anyway. So like they have a lot of tools to be able to try to get him down if they get a situation where they're trying to kill the Juggernaut early.
I don't know how it works, but if Abaddon gets an Aghanim, I think he can like take all the damage from almost, like, I don't know how much percentage of the damage taken by the allies. So if Juggernaut goes for a Aghanim build, he just makes him, so he also builds an Aghanim and he takes the damage for the team.
Yeah, it's a 30% damage on the team goes to Abaddon during the borrowed time.
And if he builds also on mech, but I think he's gonna be a support if they picked Spirit Breaker, so he's gonna be, I think, Spirit Breaker support. It's an interesting draft.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying to see like where exactly it works together. I mean, there's a lot of control from Genki very much, but I'm not sure they work together especially well. I mean, maybe, so I'm thinking in the way of a tri-lane. So if you put the Razor in the off lane, and then you have Lion and Treant with the Juggernaut in the safe lane, then you have a stun, a hex, and a slow, and then the Juggernaut's getting to do a lot of damage to the offlaner.
Yeah, but maybe they'll put Razor mid, I'm not sure. It depends what they are thinking. So the guys packed a mid hero, so they may also think Razor is off lane.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I don't really like Razor off lane because it does not offer a lot of stuff.
Reserve time.
And he can be killed really easily.
Yeah, Razor needs the levels early, but he's also kind of easier to kill if he doesn't have those levels. and it's not really something that you can turn around like a Batrider or something. Like, you need to have like Razor going, and it's sometimes a little bit difficult to decide where to put your levels in. Like, you can go for survivability with the Purge, or you can go for a Link to try to disrupt the last hitting. I really think the nuke is a lot better though.
Yeah, I usually max the nuke, but I don't play a lot of Razor. I should ask my guy. They had exactly the same draft with Viper and Razor, the one I looked over the game. The give Gank you very much.
So does that mean they're kind of like a one-trick pony type of thing?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what means exactly what you said.
One-trick pony is like they only run one strategy all the time.
I don't know. They played the 2 games and they won one and they lost one. I'm not sure. But on one of the games they ran Viper and Razor. They picked Luna. I think Luna is a weak carry, but it may work.
Well, Luna farms really fast, so she's definitely going to have to try to keep up with the Juggernaut. But it's weird. A lot of the things that you pick Luna for, like the ultimate and the magic damage that she offers, is kind of like... It's already messed up by the Radiant side, because you have the Viper as well as the Juggernaut, that you're really not going to be able to damage too much with it. And in addition, the Razor... I mean, you can get him down with the ultimate, but you can't just go around loose and beaming him. So, in any case, we're going to get right into this match. The game 1 of the best of 1 between... what is this? I don't remember their names, but...
Gank you very much, and MMR giveaway, something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So let's introduce our teams. In the mid lane for Gank you very much is going to be the Viper, played by Gabble Dieter. We've got Treant Protector, played by Spice. The Razor is going to be handled by Gank you very much, I guess. Juggernaut, played by Fook.Bich. And the Lion will be handled by Control D. Now here for the Dire side, MMR giveaway, we've got Streeter playing the Luna. We've got the Queen of Pain handled by Kamajane, something like that. Spirit Breaker played by Eclipse. Get it? Eclipse, because he's on the same side as Luna. And Prentice is going to be handling the Abaddon, and finally the Vengeful Spirit will be played by Rincewind. So they're going to take the Rune in the, Rune in the top lane, and the Juggernaut's going to take the one at bottom.
Yeah. So there is a ward placed by the Razor, but it doesn't block any of the camps, just for vision. And also Spirit Breaker plays the ward that blocks the camp, medium camp.
That would be a hard camp right there.
Hard camp. I'm not. I know the small and the rest.
Well, they also changed that one. Alright, on the top lane, we're going to have the link up onto the Vengeful Spirit. Razor's taking a lot of damage here. There's going to be a stun coming out from the Vengeful Spirit, but I think the Razor might just get out of this one. He also has quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, at bottom, the Spirit Breakers, he's taking a lot of damage as well, but he also is also very tanky. So, no spin used by him.
And both have salve, so they're just gonna salve up. And in fact, Spirit Breaker is still waiting. Maybe he wants to be harassed more. But if he's not careful, Lion went into Hex first point. That's interesting.
Yeah, I like it a little bit better. Hex has a 2.5 duration, while the stun is only 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, but with the stun you get 80 damage.
Yeah, I think the more duration is a little bit better though, especially when you have a Juggernaut spinning around.
The Trent Spice pulled, but it was just simple, but yeah, it was enough because the lane was already pushing.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Viper is taking a pretty big advantage early over the Queen of Pain. I mean, when the lane is pressuring her side, I mean, he's putting a lot of I mean, he's zoning her out a lot.
You had that, didn't you?
So she's actually closing in on the last hits now, but when the lane is in the correct position, he's able to do a lot against the Queen of Pain, especially with his 1-1-1 build. I would probably like to see a little bit more lane control by him, because that's really when he's able to do a lot to the Queen of Pain.
And the Queen of Pain cannot Shadow Strike
the
him.
Spirit Breaker goes down to the Screen Protector, just that combo that we talked about, the stun, the hex, the slow, and the spin. End up taking down the Spirit Breaker for the first blood.
That's a good start for Juggernaut.
Middle tower is under attack.
Juggernaut? No, Trent took the last hit. But still, the experience. Queen of Pain may snatch the courier. No, she's not going for it in the mid lane. I was trying to say that Queen of Pain cannot shadow. She can Shadow Blade, but she's gonna be effective by corrosive skin. So it's not a good idea to Shadow Strike Viper.
Yeah, and she's forced to use her bottle charges right now just to kind of get through this damage that she's taking from it. So maybe it's at that point that I would kind of just rather see the Queen of Pain go for a different build against the Viper, since the dagger doesn't really do a whole lot against him and actually hurts you more. So maybe going for like more in the blink or the scream would be a little bit better for her.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting build on the Razor. He's gone for 1 point in all the skills, and that's okay. It's gonna keep him alive, and actually the Dire are just staying in range of that link for a little bit long.
We have a charge.
Yeah. Charge is gonna get cancelled. It's a little bit interesting. I guess because the Queen of Pain had gone over towards the bottom rune spot, and the Abaddon had also rotated over towards the rune a little bit. So it's interesting that they didn't decide to go on him. Queen of Pain forced to blink back away from that Viper, who was doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Viper is controlling really good Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain cannot stay in the lane. And he's already like doubling on CS on Queen of Pain.
So we just saw that the line was putting the mana drain on the Spirit Breaker, and instead of like breaking vision like you probably should against the line, he ran to the east of the tower. So if you're a Spirit Breaker and you're getting mana drained by a line, what you have to do is you have to break vision. And you can see that the vision for the radiant kind of stops at these trees right here, so all you really had to do is just walk a little bit to the west, and then you wouldn't be taking your mana anymore.
That's a nice tip for me, maybe. Even when I'm gonna play against Lion.
Yeah.
It can be really annoying with the mana drain. Some players up to max mana drain if they know they can harass more like that the offlaner than like stun.
Well, it's pretty easy to get a combo. It's just tough making sure that you have enough levels to pull it off. Because like you can hex, you can stun, or you can just stun and go for the mana drain, and that'll keep them in place for a couple seconds. There's gonna be another stun on the Spirit Breaker spot. Now here's a hex. They stack the disable a little bit much, and here comes the charge away. Maybe if they were a little bit closer, they could be putting better pressure onto the Spirit Breaker. Meanwhile,
I think it's really hard.
Pain getting very low. Oh, not quite gonna go down just yet, but the corrosive skin will finish off the Queen of Pain.
And he killed also Abaddon.
Oh, indeed.
So run from the lane, don't die, Viper.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems that Gank you very much are taking a small lead. They are getting kills and they are in the CS department staying good. Only Luna is there with the Juggernaut.
Tower is under attack.
I think as long as the Razor keeps his deaths low, I think these lanes are going to turn out a lot better for Genki very much. And I think at this point, MMR Giveaway really just need to kind of weather the storm, because Genki very much have a much better early game lineup, but you just need to make sure that you can farm up enough on the Queen of Pain and the Luna, And I think you're going to be able to survive through it. Now here comes the charge onto the Viper. Queen of Pain comes in with the dagger, and the Viper about to
That's a kill.
go down.
Oh, the miss!
One more.
Oh.
It
The
also gives the Queen of Pain enough for her level 6, so she will now have the Sonic Wave.
Spirit Breaker is rotating towards top. Maybe they try to kill Razor. Yeah, he's charging on him. But Luna and Venge are pretty far away, so I don't think they will manage to. Oh, there's a stun.
The Razor does
Yeah,
go down.
and
So the Spirit Breaker, he gets a pretty fast level 6 from that offlane, and then he turns that into a lot of pressure on the map. I really like how they use this. Just a lot of damage on and levels on the Spirit Breaker, and they can take a lot of map control. So we talked about how Ganky very much, they really need to have a good early game. They started off with 3 kills, but now they're given 2 back.
and Venge stacked for Luna the hard camp on top. I think it's four stacks. So
I
if
think that's
Luna
3.
3, I'm not sure. Yeah, 3. There's Troll, one of Satyr, and one of Centaur. I like the ward on mid the Dire team placed, so they can see any ganks coming.
Lion has found a haste rune, and he's also got the Ring of Protection for his Tranquil Boost coming in on the Courier. And
But that ward makes it the ward. They know that Lion is there.
right. Now here comes the Spirit Breaker with a charge on the line. This could be a pretty easy kill for him, but the Queen of Pain is very far away, so the charge is going to get cancelled by the Spirit Breaker.
And he did not have mana for his Nether Strike. Oh, he has with the magic wand. I'm interested. It seems that Viper goes for Dragonlance first item.
It's going to allow him to stay a little bit further away from the fights. Lion has made his way to the top lane. He completely misses the stun. Yeah, so with that Dragonlance, the Viper, he's going to be able to stay a little bit further away from the Luna's Eclipse. Possibly not get hit by the Sonic Wave, although that probably won't happen. And he'll be able to kite things a little bit more.
Interesting on Trent, he did not buy any boots. He goes directly for a mech. He already has the headdress and the buckler.
That's really weird, actually. Boots
Yeah.
or some kind of movement speed is something that you really want on Treant. And he already has 300, but you just hit so hard that you want to try to stay in range of the enemy as much as possible. He's taking a lot of damage from the nukes of the Razor. Lion has just gone completely ham on the top lane. He's taking a lot of damage from the tower. And meanwhile,
The dragon.
the bottom tower ended up getting taken.
Oh, that's a good. Dragonlance finished on Viper.
Juggernaut is going to be able to spin on the Spirit Breaker. Now here comes the ultimate, not doing any damage, and now the Spirit of Pain. Oh, Sonic Wave
the miss.
completely misses, and Juggernaut has done a lot of damage to the Dire. Let's see if they can get him out. There is going to be another stun here, and from the Juggernaut, the salvo's going to get cancelled by the Queen of Pain. Another Scream comes through, and they will finish off that kill on the Juggernaut. No one there to help him out.
Maybe if Trent would have been there close, and maybe if he have used living armor on him, they could have saved him. Now he's gonna die also, I think.
Spirit Breaker very low. If the Treant Protector turns around, he could probably find some kind of kill onto the Spirit Breaker, but no, he's just gonna back up. And the Spirit Breaker is going to get an Urn charge from the Abaddon, I believe.
Yeah, but
Meanwhile, top, the Luna very low. One last hit in from the Lion. Will take the kill. And, well, the Viper comes in from behind with the double damage rune. Says, I will put acid in your veins. The Vengeful Spirit goes down.
yeah, and they can continue to put pressure on this top tower. Maybe take it down. They have double damage.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of damage coming in on that top lane. The Viper, like you said, with the double damage, as well as the Dragon Lance. So they're going to be able to be pretty far away from this tower. There is going to be a double TP coming in, the Vengeful Spirit, as well as the Luna ready to farm some more on that top lane. Luna hasn't gone for any levels in the Graves just yet, or the Glaives just yet. And so her farm is just going to be a little bit slower than usual, I would say. She's not really planning on going to the jungles so early.
They are double earning the guys. There's already one on Abaddon and Spirit Breaker is building one. I don't know why.
Radiant's middle tower is
They should have talked and decide who goes for the earn.
Maybe they just want to earn real money. Viper's going to TP back over to mid to stop the Queen of Pain, who is taking down the tower to 188 health. And that really isn't something you should worry too much about since you have a train on your team. You just heal that tower right up.
That's the problem. You have to take the tower down. You should make damage to the tower. You have to take it down. If not, the Trent will heal it up again.
Yeah, it's just one of the things about playing with a train. You really have to make more of a concerted effort to take down some towers. And now the Abaddon comes in from the backside. Lion gets a nice Earth Spike on the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful Spirit getting well. The finger by the back is going to finish off the kill. Now all those Lucent Beams are going onto the creeps, and here comes the Razor. He's going to get absolutely wrecked by the Luna. Now the Lion just going to hide in the trees, and he will get away. But on the backside, this is going to be a nice strategy on the Train Protector. Train Protector going to get the Nether Strike by the Spirit Breaker. Now Spirit Breaker, he wants that 70%, 17% right onto the Viper, and now here comes the Queen of Pain. There's the Sonic Wave of Bell, but the Queen of Pain getting very low. She's forced to blink away, but she will end up going down to that Corrosive Skin. Viper very low. He's getting absolutely smacked around by the Dire, but they cannot take him down fast enough. Here comes an Omni Slash. Spin going by the Juggernaut. He is going to end up taking down the Abaddon, and well, in the middle of that, the Spirit Breaker also went down to the Viper. So interesting fight right there. Pretty much even in terms of gold, but they just show how difficult it can be to take down their Radiant side.
You cannot kill that Viper. He survived for so long and he was making so much damage just from the corrosive skin and everything.
Yeah, they really underestimated the attack skill that was coming from the Viper, and they just could not finish him off fast enough. I mean, he had so much magic resistance. He is 9 armor. It's very difficult to deal with this flying guy right now.
There is a charge on Trent on bottom. Maybe Spirit Breaker will manage to kill him. No, he's backing up.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult for a solo Spirit Breaker to put any kind of pressure on the Train Protector. I mean, look how much damage the Train's taken so far. Literally nothing.
The Dire placed the ward behind the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. Usually, I think you place that tower if you want to pressure that ward if you want to pressure the tier 1. But it seems they are not pressuring it at all. Like if their lane is almost to your tier 2, that ward is not doing anything. It's not helping you.
Luna almost at level 11. Actually, here comes the link from the Razor onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain getting very low. She was turned into a fish. And the last two will come through by the Juggernaut to finish off that kill.
And with that, the Battle Fury is finished on Juggernaut. His farm is really good. He has 98 last. It's almost 100.
Yep, Juggernaut been farming very well. Now the Dire are trying to defend their tier 2 tower. And the Radiant just taking a lot of towers here. Poison Touch goes into the Vengeful Spirit getting a little bit low. He's going to throw out the Magic Missile onto the Viper, but it's not going to matter a whole lot. Here comes the Eclipse by the Luna, as well as the Borrowed Time by the Abaddon. Lion getting away by the Skin with TT is very low, but I don't think they can take him down. Here comes the Overgrowth by the Train Protector, and this Viper is staying alive once again. He's going to get charged by the Spirit Breaker, but he is healed up by this healing word of the Juggernaut, and the Viper trying to chase down this Abaddon. Abaddon will shield himself once again, but it's not going to matter. That is a triple kill in the top lane, and the TP by that Queen of Pain is going to get cancelled.
Yeah, I think they cannot fight without Spirit Breaker. They need those 2 disables really hard. Like the charge and the Nether Strike.
Yeah, and that one, the the Spirit Breaker was just a little bit slow to the fight, and if we take a look at the XP and net worth right now, XP a little bit close to 5,000 in favor of Gank you very much, and the gold is closer to 10,000. Now the Juggernaut getting very close to the Vengeful Spirit. The Lion was not in range for any of his disables, and if we take a look at towers, only 2 remaining for the Dire side.
And Lion has a blink, so now he can initiate on almost everyone, and if he has backup, they for sure is a kill.
Yeah, with that Blink Tiger, the Queen of Pain has to be very careful in this game. Actually, we take a look at the action over here. Viper going all over the Dire side. He's in the middle of everyone, and Lucian will go on to his face, and here comes Vengeful Spirit trying to look for something that she can do. There's going to be a stun, picking her up here, putting her down. The nice aquatic shield by the Abaddon is going to keep her alive a little bit longer, but now she gets turned into a fish. There's going to be a charge onto the Juggernaut, and now the Spirit Breaker in the middle of 4 people. This is probably not where he wants to be. He's going to run very fast away.
He had the haste run, but now it's ended, so it's pretty slow, I think. He has to charge bottom or something.
Yeah, he's going to go into the trees, giving him a little bit more time to get a charge somewhere. As you said, bottom is available, and Sage's just going to TP out. Now he's going to get stunned by the Lion, and there's an Omni Slash to finish off the Juggernaut. This Lion says, I'll take a little bit of your mana too.
Even if he would have charged, if Lion could have stunned him. Is it hard? It's a little bit harder, but he could have stopped him either way.
Yeah, the Lion just had to make sure that he didn't get stunned by the charge going through him if he wanted to go for the disable, which is a little bit harder to do if you're in the trees.
Yeah. Seems Viper has an ultimate orb. He may go for Skadi.
Could be a Skadi, but ultimate orb also now builds into Silver Edge.
But
I think
wouldn't
he's still
you?
going Scotty, but I'm just saying.
You would have white Shadow Blade if you go.
You can, or he might be still deciding what he wants to go.
The bottom tower, they are tipping to defend it, and they may get a kill on Luna.
Luna's going to use the Eclipse in the bottom lane. Control D trying to get out. He is getting charged down by the Spirit Breaker, and they will end up taking down the Luna. That Eclipse is going to end, and now the Razor is going to put the link onto the Abaddon. Here comes the charge from behind onto the line. He is got the living armor, and this Spirit Breaker trying to do as much damage as he can, but it's not mattering because this line is encircled by leaves and shit. Now here comes the Viper putting a lot of damage onto the Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker almost going down to 63 health, and this Juggernaut is chasing down the Abaddon on the other side of this fight. Oh, Spirit Breaker is going to end up going down. He charged the Razor? So the Purge ends up finishing him off. And the Razor says, okay, I will take that kill. Lion's going to deny the tower in the bottom lane. And now here comes the Queen of Pain trying to do something. She is going in with that Sonic Wave, and they're not going to have enough damage to finish off the Juggernaut, and I don't think that the Dire can get in on this one either. Here comes the Lion with a nice Earth Spike, ends up taking down the Abaddon. There are a couple kills off the back of this, and they possibly could keep going on to that tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Yeah. They should take the tier 2 and then go for Roche. There is also a double damage rune.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The creep wave is taking a while to get there.
The death from Spirit Break by charging the Razor, it was so funny. I was like, where did he charge and die?
In the end, the tier 2 tower is going to get taken by the Radiant. We've got the Sanjin Yasha almost finished up by the Juggernaut. And the Razor has gone for a Yule Scepter.
Yeah, and yeah, it's an interesting pick on Razor. It increases your speed and it gives you a disable.
It increases your speed. It also allows you to basically disable Abaddon through most of his borrowed time. Or you can pick up a Spirit Breaker up. I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can use this Yule Scepter, and I really don't mind the item on the Razor at all, especially since this was an off-lane Razor. It wasn't a mid-lane or anything that you want more impact from.
Yeah, it's just a item to help the team in the fight.
Queen of Pain has almost finished up a first item BKB. It's a bit unfortunate that she has to go for it.
Yeah, you know you have a hard game when you have to go first item BKB on Queen of Pain.
Ooh, Queen of Pain gonna get out on about 30 health. Now she's gonna bottle up. The Juggernaut is trying to chase her down. He's got that double damage rune, but he's just going to find some jungle camps here. And the rest of the Radiant, they've gone over towards that mid lane. This could be their chance to continue pushing it, especially with this Dragon Lance on the Viper. He has finished off that Scotty, like you said. And I hope they're just going to clear the creeps and make the Radiant go back a little bit.
Killing Viper now with the Scud, it's so hard for the Dire team. Like they need so much damage just to kill the Viper.
Is under attack.
And then you have also the healing from Trent, from Mac,
Dire's
everything
middle
added.
tower has fallen.
Well, that is going to be the last our remaining tower for the Dire.
Radiant's
And
top
now the
tower
Rangers going
is
to back
under
up,
attack.
take Roshan, and we might see them make a play for the game. Luna getting very aggressive on that bottom lane. Looks like she wants to push it in a little bit more. I think they may know that the Radiant have just gone for Roshan because that's really the only reason for them to back up. But this Luna being so deep on this bottom lane, especially when a Roshan is going on, it doesn't really sound too good.
Yeah, I think she may be picked up if she's not careful.
She's being very aggressive here. The Roshan's going to get taken. She does have a TP available, and she's just going to try to push through this bottom lane. We'll see how fast the Rain are able to respawn.
She should TP out. Yeah, she's TPing top.
Yeah,
Lion
not
was
a bit too
heading that
long.
way.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Think he's gonna build into either how do you call it?
Aether
Either
lens.
lens? Aether lens. And Juggernaut is going for an agony because he has a point boost, or maybe Skadi.
His top tower is under attack.
It could be a Scotty. You could also go for the Aghanim for a little bit more jumps on the ultimate. Now here comes a nice nuke by the Razor. Juggernaut putting a lot of damage with that Omni Slash, and he's going to slash up everybody. Takes down the Queen of Pain in a couple slices, and now they're going to go right for this tier 3 tower in the mid lane. Spiritbreaker not even close. He is going to charge through the jungle, charging right onto the Razor. It seems to be his favorite charge target, almost like a credit card. And now here comes another nuke from the Razor. It's going to pop the borrow time on the Abaddon. Spiritbreaker's taking a lot of damage from the spin, and he is going to use another strike onto a hero. It doesn't really matter, as that Eclipse does end up cleaning up the Train Protector. Luna takes him out, and the rating are fairly low here, but this Viper is not at all. Magic Missile goes onto his face, but it doesn't really matter as the Vengeance Spirit goes down. Buyback by the Spirit Breaker, but he's the only one alive here, as the Queen Pain still has a couple seconds left to respawn. Juggernaut very low. A couple smacks around by the Juggernaut might do it, but it is not going to matter, as that is a triple kill for Viper, and the Juggernaut going to get in on the fun here as oh wow, double kill for Queen of Pain. She's gonna get that Sonic Wave, and a blink forward with the Scream is going to finish off the Lion and Viper. Now she's gonna go forward onto the Razor, who's going away pretty fast.
His
Juggernaut
speed
though,
is
he's just left at the base to take down the melee racks.
yeah. I think Spirit Breaker should stay more with his team. Every time they are fighting, Spirit Breaker is in the other side of the map. Maybe the fights would have gone
Has fallen.
better for them if Spirit Breaker would have been with his team when the fights are going on.
Yeah, basically what the Spirit Breaker is trying to do is he's being near the top lane of the map or somewhere else in a side lane, trying to push it out, and then charging across like this. The thing is, that takes a little bit too long. Really what you should probably be doing in this situation to help your team out a little bit faster, either start the charge earlier, or what you can do is just start out here behind near the Ancient, and then charge in. Things might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
For the XP graph, it is a little bit more than 12,000 in favor of Gank you very much, and the gold, it's pretty sizable, 25,000, not anything to laugh about. There was a charge onto the Train Protector at top, and he is literally not taking any damage from this. Here comes a slow, as well as the Earthspike Finger is also going to get used on the Spirit Breaker, and this Spirit Breaker has a charge Veil. It doesn't matter though, as Lion will take the last hit with his little wand thingy.
That was a really not the play. How could I say? Like Trent is so tanky, you cannot charge him. And Co-op was linked by Razor, but she blinked away.
It is going to be another IO Scotty on the Juggernaut. So it'll be a lot more survivable. Very difficult to take down for this Dire side that really don't have a whole lot of farm, and Luna is still going for Sanj and Yasha at 27 minutes. Not the best timing on that. And here come the Radiant. They want another set of Rex. They're going to go for this tier 3 in the top lane. There's going to be an Omni Slash on the Vengeance Spirit immediately taking out, and the Earthspike will also make sure that the Queen of Pain is kept there. No Sonic Wave for this one. And at that point, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you very much. Taking a pretty convincing victory. Still waiting for the GG, but I mean this Rax is going to fall very quickly. And there are, like I said, no outer towers remaining, and they can quickly rotate over to bottom, taking a couple kills along the way. Link is going to go on the Abaddon. Just taking a lot of damage from this. Here comes the Spirit Breaker. He's going to charge right in. The Earthspike is going to keep him there for a little bit longer. And the Spirit Breaker, he's going to get shielded up by the Abaddon. It doesn't really matter. No Overgrowth will keep the Abaddon in place. As the Treant Protector puts a little bit of hits onto his back. Now here comes the Borrowed Time. Is going to halt this assault onto Apprentice. Now the Viper is going to get swapped into the base. He's sitting there with a lot of HP, but he is going to get chunked down eventually by the Fountain. Now the rest of the Radiant, they are trying to go for these, they're trying to go for the game, I would think. Or they could go for the Mega Creeps. In any case, they're going to keep doing the damage into the Dire base. And look at that range on the Aether Lens, so long.
Lion's Earth Spikes were pretty on point every time. He blinks in and he Earth Spikes every time.
Blink in by the Queen of Pain. She has a Sonic Wave available, but she's not going to use it quite yet. The Treant Protector will go down. Here's a big finger on the back of the Luna. She will go down, and she has 5 X available. She's down for 60 seconds if she doesn't use it. Now the Queen of Pain, she's going to join her friends in the base, and well, there's basically no one here to stand against the Juggernaut.
Yeah, he's unstoppable right now. Yeah, I mean...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They are going to get forced out of the base a little bit by the Dire side, and well, the Vengeful Spirit has decided to buy back.
If you look on the network, like Luna, it's on the same has the same gold as Razor.
Yep. And
Juggernaut is doubling her.
Yeah, big net worth disparity between the teams here, and they really... I think all the Radiant want is they want to have creeps there to help them push down the tower. And they're just going to clear out some creeps in that bottom lane and try to go in on this and end the game. About 30 minutes in here, 33-11. As Gank very much... They've been pretty dominant in this game. I mean, the Juggernauts had a pretty good show.
And the Razor off lane, it worked.
Yeah, it worked enough. Oh, cheeky deny by the Luna. I think that might be some kind of retreat for the Radiant. They're not really asserting their dominance in this one as much as they could be. There is another Eagle Song on the Viper. Probably going to work towards a Butterfly, and this is going to be a Viper that's very difficult to take down and pretty easy to kill with.
It seems that Luna managed to finish her BKB.
Omni Slash will go on to the Luna, and Earthspike comes in by the Lion, and they eventually will take this down this one, even with the BKB. The BKB finish on the Queen of Pain really doesn't matter. She goes down as well. Now, nice finger on the Speed Breaker. He charged is right into the Radiant squad, but he is not going to get there to his destination, as he will also fall, and there's going to be the good game well played. Gank very much take this one in about 31 minutes, 37 kills to 11. And this is not going to be it. We will go into a game number 2 of this best of 2 set between Gank you very much and MMR giveaway. So what do you think about that match, Moon?
It was the Gank very much pretty dominated from the beginning to the end. Seems like one-sided. I don't know. They MMR giveaway have to change something in their strat. Maybe, I don't know. Pick something more team fight or split push. I don't. This draft did not work for them at all.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. They didn't have any time to really get their feet underneath them. And I think their lineup might have been a little bit too defensive. I mean, you have a Spirit Breaker on your team, but they didn't really work around it a whole lot. Especially when your Queen of Pain gets level 6. I mean, you really want to just get some ganks with the Spirit Breaker and the Queen of Pain. You'll charge someone, Sonic Wave them. And that should equal a kill. And they did a little bit of that with the Spirit Breaker, but they just weren't the best pickoffs. So with that
Yeah.
being said, we're going to head into game number 2 in just a couple moments. Stick around, because it's Wednesday.
Okay.